How's it going, Guardians? Shifty here, and today I'm back with another solo run of the Grandmaster Exodus Crash Nightfall. Since the last time Exodus Crash was the Nightfall, we've had the release of the 30th anniversary event. With that, we got the Gjallarhorn exotic rocket launcher. And that is exactly what I'm going to be running in today's video. Now, in the past, I found out Deathbringer is an extremely good weapon for this particular Nightfall. I'm expecting Gjallarhorn to do pretty well, but maybe not surpass Deathbringer. Either way, both weapons should be extremely useful in the boss cheese spot. Before I get into the rest of my loadout, if you end up enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright, so for this run I went with the bottom tree Dawnblade, and I'm using Dawn Chorus. Then for my weapons, I have the Seventh Seraph Carbine for barrier champions. I have the Wolftone Draw bow for overload champions and to utilize shoot to loot from the cheese spot. And of course, for my heavy weapon, I have Gjallarhorn. As for my armor mods, I'll just quickly show you each piece of armor, and if you need to see anything in more detail, just pause the video. Alright, and that is all for my loadout in this one. I will be including live commentary to give you some tips along the way. With that said, let's get into it. Alright, so right at the beginning here, I'm going to take it kind of slow. There's no need to push too far forward and get killed by a pike drag. Use a Gjallarhorn shot on that pike. Now pushing up here, I want to go for this Vandal. I don't want to push too far forward because there is another pike out there somewhere. And I got sniped from the right. There is a Vandal over there. But I'm going to go ahead and Gjallarhorn this pike. Here's that Vandal that sniped me from the right, but my double arc damage resistance is what saved me. I'm going to grab this arc pulse and jump right in the air and launch a rocket at that Vandal and hopefully get the pike drag as well. There we go, perfect. Off to the left here, we're going to have another Vandal. We're also going to have one down low. And that's it for enemies for this first set of arc pulses. Right after I grab this final arc pulse, I'm going to go ahead and try to take out this Vandal. Keyword being try. There we go. I'm going to scoot on over to the left here. I ultimately want to get up to this vantage point. From here you can see multiple groups of enemies. Probably not going to hit it. Actually it did. Perfect. Okay, so this group of enemies is down. Like I said, you can see multiple groups of enemies. There's one there. Some over there. Might as well go for that. And there's also one up here. And I think for the most part I've taken most of the enemies out around the area. Obviously there's a Vandal up here yet that you can see. Well, I can barely see it, but... Now that I've grabbed all the arc pulses, I can head up here. Right when I get up here, I'm gonna throw a rocket right down there, just like that. As you can see, I'm alternating shots with the Overload champion. That way I was able to keep it from healing. Good thing I found a little bit of heavy ammo here. Now, here's to hoping I get more heavy ammo. So far, no luck. So it looks like I'm gonna have to take out this overload with only my bow. And then I get heavy ammo from the champion. The Dragonfly Explosion picked it up with Shoot to Loot. Right as I approach this plate area, I'm going to go ahead and super. Goal there was to try to take out as many enemies as possible. I'm going to go ahead and stun this left champion over there like that. That way I can maybe isolate this rightmost champion. Got more heavy ammo there, perfect. I do want to look for any invisible marauders around the area. There's one. I'm also glad to see plenty of heavy ammo lying around. That'll be useful coming up later. I have one brick there, one brick there.
I'll be right back. This webbing on the floor looks like some kind of
Try to get as many enemies as I can as they spawn.
probably best keep our energy away.
And that's not ideal. And that went pretty smoothly. I should have just one more wave of enemies before the 50% mark. And now we wait for the next set of champions to spawn. We're going to have 2 barrier champions and a bunch of arc enemies. Now after that champion is down, we're going to have even more enemies spawning, including 3 overload champions. So you're going to definitely want to backtrack. Trying to take care of some of these wretches before the champions get to me. The champions should push up on the staircase. Kind of waiting for that. Here they come. I'm going to try my best to isolate them. I'm going to go ahead and rift here. Unfortunately, I didn't get to this one before it started healing again. I could have had 2 champions extremely weak there. Alright, and where's this last one at? It appears it's still hiding up there. They're just going to stay up there? That's fine. I'll do this. Now that all of the overloads are done, I can go and kill this second barrier. Trying to get it to teleport here. There we go. Wait for one more barrier. Wanted to take a peek around for any heavy ammo quick. Doesn't look like I'm finding any. So I'm going to resume the plate. During the latter half here, we will start having vandals with our overload champions and other ad spawns. Alright, that should do it. So this wave shouldn't have any sort of overload champion, but we do have one heavy shank. One Gjallarhorn shot can take it out. This time it didn't, but it was pretty close. And I believe we have one more wave left. And this one's going to have 2 heavy shanks and an overload champion as well as the other enemies. So I'm going to back away now that the overload's approaching. Alright, now I think I'm going to go ahead and super. And I think that's all the enemies except for the overload. I have to be careful here because those shots are kind of bouncing here. And there we have it. That's it for the plate section. Any hidden heavy ammo around here? Not seeing any.
My crew used to give me gifts, but they've been dead for 500 years.
Let's, see what those darn Fallen are up to, huh? Failsafe, we haven't seen any sign of Fallen tinkering with your ship.
They're still crawling around. They seem right at home.
I've located another set of outposts. Don't worry, we'll find them. The rest of the ship is just up ahead. I always forget how big it is.
Alright, once I get to this part, I like to go off to the right.
How about we board the ship, or what's left of it, and take everything that's not nailed down?
And head on back here. There's usually some enemies back here. I got some more heavy ammo there too, which is great. I know there's a Vandal at least. And then I like to fight the walker from over here. I can't exactly shoot at its crit spot from here, so I'm just kind of waiting, biding my time. Trying to kill some of those extra shanks that end up appearing for some heavy ammo chances. I don't want to waste too many rockets here because I want to save some for the boss fight potentially. Unless one of these shanks drops me some. This is a little bit. They're almost done taking out the Minotaur, so I have to be quick or everything's going to focus on me, which is not that big of a deal, but... So they did take out that Minotaur. And now it's up to me to solo the rest of the walker. So that heavy shank, You may have noticed it's kind of sneaking around the outside edge there. It's probably going to come around to me. And if that happens, I'm going to head on over here instead. I'm going to back away from that just in case. Heavy ammo. That's exactly what I want from those. This is taking a little bit longer than I would have liked. Wish I could have used more rockets here. But the walker is finally down. I'm gonna grab that heavy ammo and try to grab that. There we go. I'm almost maxed out. Was not expecting that.
It's dark in here. They'll say this ship has seen better days.
So have I, Ghost. So have I.
We're slapping new coat of paint on. You're gonna be fine.
I'm gonna try to make quick work of this overload. I'm just carefully taking the enemies out as I'm going. Have an orange bar sniper here. That hurt. And I'm almost to the boss arena. And here we are in the boss arena. So I am going to be using a cheese spot. So I'm going to go ahead and take out all but one of these overcharged shanks. I'm going to leave that one over there. And I'm going to hop up on here. Attempt to hop up on here. Hop back into the entrance. Now this is going to be tricky. Sometimes I get the jump right away. Sometimes it takes me several tries. But you kind of want to walk up on here. And not high enough. Same deal. Still not quite. So this is going to be one of those times where it takes me several tries. There we go. And then you want to hop up here and then on over to here. I'm going to kind of crouch walk over to this edge. And this is where we're going to be for most of the fight. Now that I'm here, I can go take this last shank out. Fortunately, none of those shanks dropped me heavy ammo. The boss spawned, of course.
What was that?
And when the boss gets over here, I'm going to go ahead and super. There's some heavy ammo. You can see the boss is back. So it can't really hit you here. It can every once in a while. My priority here is to try to get the boss to go away again. To do that, I have to get it below 2/3 of its health. Alright, now to progress the boss fight, I have to take most of the enemies out that are below me. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to throw the grenade to get some burn, and then use a Gjallarhorn shot. As you can see, that set off kind of a chain reaction down there. I'm going to go ahead and shoot another shot, just to see if I get anything. I'm also going to shoot a shot over here. I knew there was a drake hiding back there. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to get the boss to go away first and foremost. And there are champions right beneath me, so I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to get those out. They're peeking out right now. Hopefully that stays that way after I get the boss to go away again. Alright, time to try to go for one of these champions. It was enough. Perfect. Probably shouldn't be using so many rockets here, but I do want to make sure I get these champions down before they end up hiding from me. So hopefully I get some heavy ammo off of these vandals. I guess I can try to get some off of these shanks as well. There's a little bit. Alright, now what I want to do is try to get more heavy ammo quick. Mainly I was waiting for my grenade, so I'm going to throw my grenade down there like I did the last time. Hopefully get several of the enemies. So it looks like I've exhausted pretty much all of the shanks. Let's see if I can do this again. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the enemy. So what I'm going to have to do here is pull a risky move. I'm going to have to crouch walk back this direction. Then I want to hop over here. I'm going to get a turn back. But I immediately want to come back over here. There it is. And that was the last enemy, I believe. So now I want to crouch walk back up here and get in position. So that one enemy was holding me back from resuming the boss fight. So there's going to be a ton of invisible enemies right beneath me. So there was just a bunch of invisible marauders down there. My grenade made quick work of them. I'm actually going to clear the arena of these overcharged shanks just to make my life easier. Well, at this point there's not much more that I can do. I'm going to have to head down there, and I'm actually going to hop on these crates. The boss is in its melee form. So what I'm going to do is hop on over here. Well, that's not ideal. This is going to get interesting, to say the least. There's no heavy ammo over there for me. So I'm going to just kind of rotate around this crate. Unfortunately, my super should have been able to do more damage, but kind of messed that up. This run would have been much faster if I had heavy ammo and I didn't mess my super up. So it's going to appear elsewhere. And we almost have it down here. And there we are. Thavix is down. And that is a solo run of the Grandmaster Exodus Crash Nightfall on a Warlock. This time I used Gjallarhorn. It worked pretty well, but I still think Deathbringer is much better for that final boss.
Any burial sites?
Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe. I just want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.